Maybe you want to start a service-based business. Maybe you want to sell things online in e-commerce, or maybe you want to finally start that OnlyFans. Regardless of what you choose, I guarantee that these AI tools will be of some use to you one way or another. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down 5 incredibly important components of any business, and I'm going to be showing you how you can use these AI tools to get ahead of the competition in whichever business you might be in. And also, guys, stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to be giving you all free access to my Discord. Do keep in mind, I don't sell any courses. I'm just trying to provide as much value as I can. So I hope you guys can get something out of that. More details on that at the end of the video. Now, the first pillar of business is going to be marketing. There's no point in running a business if, like your crush, your customers have no idea you exist. Now, whether you're working on finding clients for your agency or working on finding customers for your shop, I have some tools for you. And the first tool that we're going to be covering is called Seamless AI. Now, this is a data scraping and lead generation tool. This is most useful for people who are running service-based businesses like agencies, people who are building databases. Maybe you're building a software company, but it's great for building potential lead lists and finding prospects for your services. Now, the next tool that we have is called Be Human, which is a little ironic. Now, kind of piggybacking off of Seamless, Be Human basically allows you to create personalized videos at mass. Now, essentially what it'll do is you record kind of like a template, hey Alex, this is blah, 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 just letting you know that, we have this new offer. Now, there are 2 ways you can use this. You can use it either A, to reach out to prospects in a more personalized manner, or B, you can use it to reach out to your current customers in a marketing campaign. People are pitched a lot. They hear the same crap over and over again. So adding a touch of personalization goes a long way. Now, the third tool that we have is actually for copywriting, and that's called Copy.ai. There are lots of great alternatives out there, but Copy.ai is going to be the one that we're focusing on for today. Now, you can use this in marketing campaigns, social media posts. You can use it to write the copy on your website. Now, if you don't know what copy is basically just words that sell, headlines. If you've seen anything on a billboard, that's copy. If you've seen anything on a package that's like, these are the best fucking chips ever, that's copy. Next pillar. Now, our next pillar is going to be customer or client experience. We don't want to overcomplicate this, but there are 3 tools that you guys can use that will really set you apart from the rest. The first one is going to be VoiceFlow. Now, VoiceFlow is basically an AI chatbot or chat assistant that you can set up to answer some of the most common questions that you get from customers or clients. But here's where it gets exciting. For agencies, you can also use it to qualify your clients. You can use it to ask them questions and maybe point them towards your best plans or packages. Or let's just say you run a marketing agency and you need to work with people who have 2,000 subscribers or more and are generating $1,000 per month in revenue at least. You can set it up to ask them those questions and qualify them. And based on their answers, if they're qualified, it can lead them to a booking page, or it can maybe turn them to a downsell. Maybe you're going to get them in your Discord group to grow their socials, etc., etc. That was just like a whole funnel. That was some sauce right there. Now, if you wanted to go an alternative route, you can actually use OpenAI's ChatGPT to build this bot yourself. I've got a couple people I know who are doing that, and they're absolute wizards, so definitely worth a check out. Do not sleep on chatbots. Our next tool is called Keely.so. Similarly to the last one, this one is a personal AI shopping assistant for your customers. Now, if you're in e-commerce or you're selling goods online, this is super great because you can kind of help them find what fits their needs, which will increase your conversion rate. But this is especially great for high-ticket agencies or luxury high-end fashion brands. Now, the reasoning for this is because it provides a more exclusive feel, more exclusive experience to your customers. It helps them find what they're looking for. Maybe you run a jewelry brand and they're looking for a certain type of diamond for a wedding band. Whatever they're looking for, you can help them find it. Definitely worth checking out. Our next tool, our final tool, is called VOC.ai. Now, this one basically deep dives into the customer experience. It looks at all of your reviews across the board and basically generates data based on that. It can kind of show the customer sentiment towards your brand. So if a lot of your reviews are negative, your customer sentiment towards your brand is going to be a little bit more on the negative side. It provides lots of great insights like that. Definitely worth checking out. Our third pillar of business is going to be internal systems. Now, this encompasses everything from team management to finances and all of the, boring back-end stuff that you usually have running a company. Now, I'm incredibly biased when I say this, and I promise this video is not sponsored, but I use Notion for everything. And since they just integrated AI, it still counts for the video. But essentially, with its recent integration for AI, Notion is your all-in-one sandbox for basically everything. It can manage everything from your finances, your team management, your CRM, whatever else you want to have in there, whether it's like brand assets, bookings, client information, all kinds of stuff like that. Guys, do not sleep on Notion. That is genuinely my one recommendation for internal backend systems. There are lots of other great alternatives out there, but Notion's cheap, it's powerful, and it's very, very, very intuitive and easy to use. I use Notion, so that's it. End of video. I'm kidding. Our fourth and second to last pillar is going to be sales. Now, if you're a high-end dealer or a dealer, better call Saul.
What?
If you're a high-end brand or a high-ticket agency, or maybe you just sell a high-ticket offer, this one is incredibly important because obviously you're going to have a sales team. Now, having a good sales team is crucial to your success. More importantly, just knowing how they perform on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis. Now, our first tool is going to be Firefly's AI. Now, this is basically your personal note taker. It joins sales meetings, automatically transcribes them for you while you're in the call. So after the call, you can kind of review and see where maybe you could use improvement, or just take notes and see where maybe things went wrong, or follow up based on that. But more importantly, it actually records the tone of the way that you were talking. If a prospect was like, yeah, I don't think we're interested in this right now, or yeah, I think we're really interested in this right now, it will tell you whether that tone was positive or negative, and will give you a percentage of the conversation, so you can kind of go off of that as well. The second tool is called Quicklines. Now, this one is super cool because basically it writes personalized first lines in AI, whether it's like, hey, congratulations on that promotion you got. Just wondering, adding that little touch of personalization will get them to open that. And that's what Quicklines does for you, is it writes it. Now, our third and final tool is going to be called Hiver. And this one's basically a combination of AI and a CRM for your team. It'll provide email template suggestions, keep track of client emails, assign team members to those emails, so you can kind of control everything all in one place. Plus, you get this really cute AI chatbot assistant, and who wouldn't want that? Our last pillar, and this one's going to be a little controversial, but hear me out, and it is content creation. Now, before you scroll down to the comments to tell me content creation is not a pillar of business, it could, arguably be thrown under marketing, but hear me out. In our day and age, there is nothing more important than branding. There's nothing more important to branding than creating content on the internet. The power in your hands is just unmatched, to be honest. Now, personally, I think it's crucial that a business establishes themselves on some kind of platform, because organic traffic is much more powerful than ever. I know people in e-commerce who are making 10K days, 30K days just from organic traffic on TikTok. And we have even bigger brands, like brand name companies, that are making millions per day just from TikTok organic traffic. The crazy part is that these brands just post memes every day. So how would that convert, right? Why does it convert? Because it breaks down the barrier between a business and a brand. A brand builds its relationship with its customers. It makes their customers feel like they're part of a community.
Welcome to the Los Pollos Hermanos family. My name is Gustavo, but you can call me Gus.
Whereas a business is,
you
purely
are
transactional.
Done. Fired.
Our first tool is called Descript.ai. Now, this one is basically like Google Docs, but for video editing. It's collaborative, and multiple people can work on one video editing project at the same time. Not to mention, the AI transcribes the video in real time, so that way, if you're creating short form content like shorts or TikToks or Reels, you can have that transcribed for you as you're recording it, and you can create templates to put captions within the video, making the process so much quicker and just as powerful. Now, our second tool is going to be called ScaleNut. This is basically AI-powered everything when it comes to content creation, especially with SEO, whether that's YouTube keywords, YouTube descriptions, any kind of content scripts, writing Instagram posts, tweets, anything. ScaleNut has it. I've personally used ScaleNut a multitude of times to write my own YouTube descriptions, or think of YouTube keywords that might help me rank better in the search engine. Regardless, it's definitely worth checking out, especially if you have the budget for it. And our third and final tool of the entire video is going to be Tweet Hunter. It makes Twitter content so simplistic that literally a 5-year-old could do it. Everything from AI generated tweets, AI writing, AI hooks, basically everything AI, as well as an entire tweet scheduler. So that way you always remain consistent, you never miss a day. If you are looking to land more clients, you need to be building a personal brand on Twitter. It is the new LinkedIn. It's just as powerful. If you're doing your outreach on Twitter, I guarantee that you will land some clients. Now guys, I want to reiterate that a lot of these things are optional. If you're a beginner and you don't have a huge budget, it's gonna be a little bit hard to, take on a bunch of tools. So I urge you to kind of look through them, see which ones you actually need, see where you can put your time, and see which ones are gonna save you a lot more time. If you have a budget of $50, then I would put that towards something like Notion. That's only, $8 a month, $10 a month. That's gonna handle all of that back-end stuff. Now instead, I would focus on platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn, where you can start building a personal brand and building actual connections from that personal brand. You can post as much as you want on YouTube, but you're not gonna get nearly the connections that you would on LinkedIn or Twitter. So that's definitely worth it. And once you start posting valuable content about whichever niche you're in, whether that's fitness, top 5 tips or getting a shredded six-pack, whatever it is, you'll start generating inbound leads for the service that you provide. And those people will most likely be your first clients. Now, before we wrap up, I promised you guys something at the beginning of this video. This is a little gift for those of you who made it to the end. In the description, there is a card link. It's called itszoro.card.co or something like that. If you head over there and throw in your name and email, you will get free access to my Discord. It is free for the foreseeable future. I'm not monetizing it whatsoever. And here's what you guys can expect from that Discord. You've got hundreds of AI, e-commerce, and Web3 resources. You have loads of free courses and info products made by huge people on Twitter. You have a personal library filled with all of my favorite finance and self-help books. You got forums where you can find jobs, and you can also pitch your services to find clients. We have a fully built out Discord CRM where you can find other people to network with, maybe people to connect with, and make some friends in your niche. You have access to ChatGPT and Midjourney and some other partnerships coming down the line. That's quiet. You have access to loads of Web3 resources like alpha calls and NFT whitelist giveaways, as well as a few other channels where you can just chat and get to know other people that are doing the same things as you. And finally, you have people in the Discord that are known as kings. Now, these guys are all 7-figure entrepreneurs in their respective fields. We've got guys like Cardinal Mason. He's a 7-figure copywriter. We've got tons of 7-figure e-commerce moguls in there, and they are all in there voluntarily. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like for the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more content from me, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss another upload, and I will see you guys later.